All right, what's up, guys? How we doing? Hope you're all well. Say hello to everyone. Witness, you're probably lurking by now, but thank you for stopping through. Let's see, Russ, Magoo, Ulugaboo, Oni, Husky, Carrie. I think everyone, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. I appreciate everyone having some grace with me last week. I had a horrible migraine on Tuesday, and it didn't really clear until Friday morning. Like I was still feeling it Thursday when I streamed, which is why I didn't do any VR. So appreciate everyone being a little bit gracious with that. Future Proof, welcome into the stream. You can see my horrible farmer stance. I work outside all day. Let me turn the music down a bit here. Then we'll get started. So, you know, typically on Tuesdays we do VR news, but the only thing that's newsworthy for me, because MetaConnect was last week and there wasn't really anything of consequence to talk about unless you like, unless you really like glasses or smart glasses. The only thing that came up in the last few days was Pimax once again delaying their headset, which shouldn't even be news at this point, and that news segment would just be me making fun of them for the uptime time. So we're not gonna do that. I didn't realize this until a while back, but 2 days ago was my 4-year anniversary of streaming on Twitch. I started November 21st, 2021. So, sorry, I'm reading Husky's message. I saw Dexter. Dexter's fantastic. You should absolutely watch it. Dexter is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows ever. I did not watch the original Sin, like the prequel version, because I heard it wasn't very good. I did watch the like reunion one that happened a while back, and then I have not watched the new special, the new Dexter Resurrected, whatever it is, that's out now. But yeah, I am a big fan of that. So MRTV's video posted by the watch, thought it was released. Nope. I mean, I'll give you the skinny on it real quick. It's on Upload VR today. Let's see. We'll quickly go through this article, and then we'll get into the meat potatoes of what I want to talk about. After I fix this error on my screen. There we go. Here we go. Hi, welcome to the screen. So they announced the Dream Air at the end of last year. I know, because we made fun of this last year. We were like, they announced this headset, which is a micro OLED headset, at the end of last year, and they didn't even have a complete model ready yet because they hadn't figured out the external casing because they said it was overheating. So everything that they showed were computer generated renders. So they didn't even have the final design done yet, but they were still already taking pre-orders and say, hey, go ahead, give us money. And I mocked them relentlessly for that because I think Pimax just aggravates the shit out of me. So yeah, Dream and the Dream Air is gonna have the widest FOV of any micro OLED headset. There's a lot of heavy lifting in some of those words there. Less than 200 grams, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, we're gonna launch it in May. Guys, it'll be ready in May. We're gonna be ready. No. It was delayed from May until quote early September. We are now past early September, and now they're saying, where the article say Pimax claimed it was shipped in May, however, repeating his long history of repeatedly failing to meet his deadlines. I love Dave Heaney. He throws such shade when he writes. When May arrived, the company revealed the delay to August or early September. We're now past August or early September. Now that early September is past, Pimax said that the Steam VR tracking variants of Dream Air SE will actually start shipping from December, while the inside-out computer vision tracking models, aka SLAM tracking, won't ship to customers until next year. Pretty sure it's a fairly low bar to clear. Exactly, which is why they qualified it so heavily. It is the widest FOV in micro OLED headsets. Given the big screen beyond's FOV is not that big. Pimax time needs to be as much thing as Valentine. No, because Pimax will at least announce 16 products before they ship the one that they told you about before. So yeah. So now allegedly December for the more expensive one, and then the light one, the SE version, which will be cheaper, is supposed to come out next year. The pricing for this is $2,000 for the Lighthouse model, meaning you will need to have, for people who like index tracking, if you already have Lighthouses and Knuckles, buy that one. If you want actual controllers with inside-out tracking, aka SLAM tracking, you will need to pay $2,300 for it. The SE version, the one that I'm sorry, this is the Megane X they're comparing it to. My bad, had that table wrong. But anyway, so those are the prices. I don't know if they have the SE model out yet, or the pricing available for it yet. Here it is. The SE model is $900 for Lighthouse and $1,200 for Slam Plus controllers. Okay. I was number one grounded rule double. The extra qualified. I was the number one ground rule double hitter in the month of August, just qualifying the shit out of their accolades because they know they can't have an actual claim to fame. And I'm doing the thing that I didn't want to do, but I'll go ahead and just finish this thought. The thing with Pimax is they're gonna announce something that gets people really excited, and then people are gonna pre-order it, and then they're gonna announce 2 other products by then. No, you're fine. You're gonna announce 2 other products before this one ships. They're already going to have an announcement for the next headset. They are the masters at getting you to get excited for the next product when they haven't even shipped the one that they promised before. They are masters at that. And it's all, it just feels like a con to get your money. Like, I do not trust Pimax. And when it does release, half the stuff the Pimax released does not have all the features that they promised it would have. For instance, when the Pimax Crystal shipped, it did not have eye tracking enabled for 6 months after it shipped, and even then it didn't work perfectly. They were claiming dynamic foveated rendering for like multiple Steam VR games. That didn't happen. It was a mess. It's a mess. Carrie, thank you for the 7th stream streak. So yeah, I know people who are willing to give it the benefit of the doubt because they really like these high-end headsets, and they're like, it's okay as long as they get it right, but they don't get it right, and that's my point. So yeah, F Pimax. No, want nothing to do with them. So the reason I mentioned my stream anniversary is because, come back over here. The reason I mentioned my stream anniversary is because at least once a year, Future Proof, I'll answer that in just a second. Once a year, after all the showcases and all the trailers that we watch, because we watch a lot of trailers here, anyone who's been around here for any amount of time knows that, I try to take at least 1 to 2 streams a year, and I go through a bunch of games I'm actually excited about. So out of the, because we watched the last 2 Upload VR showcases here, the last 3 VR game showcases here. We didn't watch the Rough Talk one from February, but long story short, yeah, we watched well over 100 trailers of upcoming VR games, and that's a lot of stuff to shift through. So I've curated from my wish list the stuff. There's 11 trailers here of the games that I'm excited about and the games that I am guaranteed to pick up and play, one of which we're going to play on Thursday, so it's kind of a cheat. That's okay. What's the best modern high-end headset out there to upgrade from the Quest 3? It really 100% depends on 2 things. Number 1, how much you're willing to pay, and number 2, what do you care about? Because every headset that you can buy right now has some kind of compromise, whether it is price or FOV or the type of lenses or the type of tracking. There's always some kind of compromise there. So it really depends on what you really care about. And you can't just say, oh, I just want everything, because there is no headset that does everything. There's not a single one out there that does it. Kroi's Somnium VR1 is a great headset with an absolutely terrible microphone. The Big Screen Beyond is fantastic. It's super, super light, but it does not have a wide FOV. So it depends on, honestly, what your priorities are. Less than 2,000. Okay, that will get you into pretty much any headset that's not... well, Varro's kind of out of the game. Okay, so on the Quest 3, if you could take one thing from the Quest 3 and upgrade it, whether it be the lenses, the brightness, the field of view, just give me one thing that you wish were better on a Quest 3, and that will probably guide you to the better headset for you, because there is no single answer to that question. The graphics, any PCVR headset will be fine for that. Literally any PCVR headset will be fine for that. If you're talking about Quest native games, as long as you have a VR ready PC, which the Quest 3 will do that for you too right now, so you don't really need another headset. As long as you have a PC that's running ideally a 3000 series GPU, a 2000 series GPU will be okay, but there's gonna be some games that are gonna chug. The Quest 3 could be standalone Quest 3. Yeah. But if you're looking for games with better graphics, I would dip into PCVR if you haven't already. I don't think a headset's going to make any game look appreciably that much better unless you want to get a PSVR 2 and then you got to deal with the PS5. Like, seek money to the PC and use the Quest for the PCVR. Yeah, that's what I recommend. If you're just looking for games with better graphics, depending on what kind of PC rig you're running, I would just do an upgrade to your PC and go there. Right now, I would upgrade to the next round of releases. You talking about GPU wise? I wouldn't buy a 5000 series GPU, although no, the 4000s are still like insanely high. I was looking at the 4090 because I figured after the 5000 series came out, the 4090s would actually go down. No headsets. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad point. Although, what's really on the horizon right now, other than Valve's mystical vaporware headset that we don't know anything about? If you already have a 6900 XT, yeah, if you're trying to get better graphics than what you're getting on the Quest 3, what you probably want is something with better resolution. Ooh. Then I wouldn't recommend Big Screen Beyond 2. Yeah, I would probably hold. Big Screen Beyond 2 is not a gigantic leap in resolution for what you already get on your Quest 3. Definitely don't get the Valve Index. That's lower. The Sonic VR 1's pretty decent from what Croy has been saying about it, but it's got some software issues. Yeah, I'd probably wait a few months. I'd probably wait upwards of like half a year. Wait until the next cycle. Wait until we get like a firm release date for the next cycle of headsets. I wouldn't rush to buy anything right now. Everyone I know that's rushed to buy a new headset now has regretted it, honestly. Mainly Valve wouldn't want someone who doesn't have money to burn, spend over 1K unless you absolutely want the Big Screen Beyond. Yeah, like I was interested in the Big Screen Beyond too, just because I love that small form factor. But there's a bunch of other compromises that come with that too. So every VR headset is a game of compromises. It's a matter of what you deeply care about. I'm a resolution guy, which sucks because I need a better GPU to make that happen. Like they stopped making 4090s to make the 5000 series. Yeah, but then the 50 series, like the early returns and benchmarking wasn't good, so the 40 series did not like come down. Yeah, Future Brew, correct if I'm wrong. You said you were trying to upgrade from the Quest 3, so that means you already have a Quest 3. Do I have that correct? If that's correct, honestly, I'd probably wait. Yeah, I will probably wait then. I will wait. And if you got a really decent headset, just start cranking, because the Quest 3 doesn't push out like insanely high resolutions. So you probably do some super sampling and stuff with some PCVR games to make it look really, really awesome in there. No games run the Quest 3 full resolution to begin with. Yeah, because they are running the red resolution, which is like 80% of the full panel. If you have a whole bunch of like Bobo batteries and you have a lot of battery backups for your standalone games, look into the Quest Game Optimizer. I personally don't buy it because I end up doing a lot of VR demos, so I don't always have a battery backup with me. But yeah, look at the Quest Game Optimizer. That can bump up your resolution and some other stuff in the Quest to make games look slightly better. But it comes at the cost of battery life and like the thermals, like the headset runs a little hot at that point. The point I'm making is that there's very few 40 series left to stock. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not buying one anytime soon because, you know, money. I am keeping up for games. So with that said, let's get into the personal live open mic hype list. These are games that I am personally excited about, games that I guarantee that I will be checking out and I'll be playing over the course of the next roughly 6 months. I think everything here will be out in the next 6 months or so. And then we'll look at Fab because they updated their free assets, so we'll take a look at that. And then we'll hop into Drakkenridge. All right, come over here. And let me kill the music. First one is the one we're playing on Thursday. This is Titan Isles. I've had this key for a while. I've done nothing but screen test it. This is from SciTech Games, the makers of the first two Windlands games. Visually, not the most striking games in the world, but the gameplay is fantastic. All the mechanics are great. So I have high expectations from this. You've already seen, if you follow any VR YouTubers, you've probably seen some first impressions. We were given permission to showcase stuff from the first 4 chapters of the game to try to build hype for it early. I did not want to do that. I wanted to play it cold for you guys on Thursday. So shout out to SciTech who already sent me a Steam key for it. We're going to be checking that out this week.
Quirk has been trying to rescue folks for a while now. Whatever is happening has Toskins scattered. And what little information we've been able to piece together talks about these robotic Goliaths as if they're ancient history. But as far as I know, fables don't rip the ground apart.
Titan Isles drops this Thursday on Quest and Steam VR. It'll hit PSVR 2 in 2026. Whole bunch of different inspirations I can see in that game, but overall, I trust SciTech. They make solid games. I'm a big brand equity guy. If your last few offerings have been good, I'm gonna trust that your next game is also gonna be good. So, yeah, this is day one for me. I'm glad that they hooked me up with the key, so we'll be checking that out. This next one came from the Upload VR showcase, and there's an ad on this. So let me pause to get through this. This next one is Shoot to Survive. This is from Akuvo and People Can Fly, the people who made Green Hell VR, among a couple of other games. We won't talk about Bulletstorm. They could have called it Windlands 3 for what I've seen. That they specifically said that they did not use the Windlands code for Titan Isles because Windlands did not lend itself to the combat mechanics that they wanted. So they took some of the Windlands code, like they got some of the actual locomotion, but they pretty much rebuilt a lot of stuff from scratch to make Titan Isles. So that's why they didn't call it Windlands 3. And also they said it doesn't fit the vibes. Windlands was not a high action combat heavy game. It was more of a chill, hang out, swing around through landscapes with your friends game. So they didn't want to put it in the same universe, which is why they separated it. Anyway, this is track Shoot to Survive. Someone said Uncharted for this one. I've never played an Uncharted game, so I can't really speak to that. But even though survival games are not really my jam, I thought Green Hell, for what it was, I mean, even though it's outside of my wheelhouse, was pretty decent. And Bulletstorm, even though it launched terribly, they did a really good job of improving it and getting it to a place where it was playable, and it ran pretty well, even though if you like, you know, a 2000s level boomer shooter type situation. But anyway, this is another developer that I trust, so here we go. Oop, and it was at the end. Good job, Mike. Gen Z Indiana Jones. Okay.
I never imagined that saying goodbye would look like this. My father's last journey into the wilderness he loved. I thought the hardest part would be facing the past. But what I discovered there almost buried us. I didn't think that all this would draw me in. But this wilderness awakened something in me.
If I'm not mistaken, that one is November. This next one, I know for a fact Russ and I will play this probably the day it comes out. This is Demio X Dungeons and Dragons Battlemarked. I have been, yeah, his survival instinct, don't he? It awakened his survival instinct, his guttural need to survive in the harsh wilderness. That hurt my throat. So this was announced close to 2 years ago now that Wizards of the Coast, the people behind Dungeons and Dragons, were collaborating with Resolution Games along with a whole bunch of other different developers to, no, they have not, Russ. I'm just going through games I'm excited about. So no new updates for any of these games. I'm just going through, this is my hype list, my personal hype list. Anyway, they announced this about 2 years ago, and it is, before we knew anything about what it was, before we saw the gameplay, we were thinking it was going to be full-on D&D. It is really Demio's engine driving a Dungeons and Dragons styled adventure. So, yeah, Battlemark. I know for a fact Russ and I are going to play this right away. Probably Corey too. We'll see.
From the depths of Neverwinter Wood,
Yep, no news, just a hype.
Heroes
Just
will
a hype
find
segment.
their courage tested.
You must protect me! It's vital I reach the elves or it'll be war!
We need to protect Lord Elmer somehow.
I think we need to team up here.
Wait, I have an oil flask. Didn't you? Fireball?
They set out to save one man, but they just might save the world.
Now we got wolves.
And we are out of cards.
There's a chest. I'll grab it. Sweet, now I can finish this.
What's going on, Matt?
Only those battle-marked and bound by fate can defy the chaos that threatens to consume all. Demia, Dungeons and Dragons, battle-marked.
Future Proof, I answer that now. Before we get to the next game. For those who don't know, I got LASIK about over 10 years ago now. I spent a lot of money to not have to wear glasses anymore. I don't feel a need to have an AI directly next to my ear or something to record video, because I don't record video like that. Basically, I am not the target audience for smart glasses. I have not really found a use case that justifies me investing that kind of money into it. Even the cheap ones, the Meta Ray-Bans at $300. Meta is also going to be releasing something which already exists, by the way. They're just being more upfront about it. Every smart glass is going to do this. It's called contextual AI, where basically they're going to be on all the time and they're going to be constantly listening to you all the time. No thanks, not going there. Wait to the screen. Exactly. I want to just go translate this for me. Yeah, I want someone to speak to me in another language, and there's some neural implant in my head that automatically translates into English for me. That's what I want. But yeah, I'm not. You think it release a Quest 4 at some point? Yes, I do. I do think Quest 4 might be their last commercial headset or consumer headset. If they get to Quest 5, I'll be shocked. But I do think a Quest 4 will eventually come. They just have other priorities right now, and frankly, the Quest 3 and the 3S is not that old. The 3S just launched last year. These developers need time to cook. They need time to like maximize the capabilities of this headset, because we started seeing towards the end of the Quest 2 cycle, before the Quest 3 actually launched and the Quest Pro launched, we started seeing some incredible like visual achievements. Even Asgard's Wrath 2 runs on the Quest 2. That's insane. So yeah, I think there's mileage to go in these games. It's just up to developers to take the time to like push the limits of what the headset can do. And I don't think we see that for another year or so. So and whether or not they even want to, because most of what's selling right now on the Quest platform are these free to play, very shallow games. So I know for a fact with the game that I am making, I am not going to push the graphical limits of the Quest 3 because I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe with game number 2. But with this one, it is very much by the way, it's also being developed PCVR, so I'm going to have to dumb it down for Quest. But I'm trying to figure out how to say this correctly. I don't think we've seen the upper limits of what the headset can do yet, because everything that I've seen, or most of what I've seen, there have been some pretty insane graphical achievements. I thought Metro Awakening, I thought Batman Arkham Shadow, Red Matter 2, the first Into the Radius game. Oh my god, it looks amazing. And blinking on one, Skydance and Behemoth. I thought all those looked fantastic on Quest 3. Absolutely fantastic. But a lot of what we're still seeing are developers who are still working from basically their Quest 2 code and not bringing it and not upscaling it. So I'm sorry, they are upscaling it, but they're still working from like Quest 2 that they're bringing up, as opposed to just trying to baseline a Quest 3. I hope that makes sense. So we're seeing better looking Quest 2 versions of games, not Quest 3 games. Hope that makes sense. Arcane Age, yeah, I have not played Arcane Age on Quest yet. I have not had a chance to take that out. It looks really good from the videos I've seen. I do have a key for it. I just haven't had a chance to hop in yet. Quantum Void, Lies of Rain. I didn't play Lies of Rain either. But again, her looked great. So, you know what didn't look great, even though it promised PCVR level graphics? Disotomia. But I'm not touching that. I have. It's nice. 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 When Faye says something looks good, I believe her. Because Faye would never lie to me. But yeah, back to the glasses. I'm just not the user for those, honestly. Like, I think it's a style points more than anything else. I don't see a practical use case for me to have one. And yeah, especially with what I do for a living. Nah, no thanks. Not as good as it could be if you're on PC and you ran a PCVR guy. Yeah, and you know what? And you know what will happen if it went out on PCVR? Roughly 1/10 of the people who buy it on Quest will buy it. Because people on PCVR don't buy games. And I have empirical data to back that up. That I cannot share because it's under embargo. But I speak to enough developers at that point to know what they sell on PCVR versus other platforms. Even games that simul launch on PCVR, people still buy the Quest version. Yeah, it's a thing. So, moving on. Next game, Glassbreakers. I have talked about this game for so long. I have played this game on stream before when it was in early beta. I've done multiple interviews with Polyart Games. I've been privileged to be a part of their creator program now. This is not a type of game that I would play, but I trust Polyart Games, and I've played this game enough to know that it will be good. And for people who want a game like this, this is probably gonna be the best version you can get from it right now, and it will be on multiple platforms and crossplay. So here you go.
Good luck. May the glass break your
Who
way.
thinks so, Alex Mods? Welcome back, Amelia.
Match made. Off you go.
And by the way, Future Proof, ask any question you want. Sorry, I'm paused. Future Proof, ask me any question you want. The whole point of this stream is engagement, not just sit here and listen to me babble. So, I mean, feel free to bring up anything you want to talk about. Outside of politics, please don't touch politics. Anything VR related. Anything VR related. Bring it up.
Oh, they should know better.
Magnificent.
Nice, Amelia. That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Now's the time. Attack their glass.
My man, I think you're supposed to the link though. I think you're supposed to the link though. I want to see a VR game of potato. Don't worry, I ain't potatoing you yet. Okay. Look up Potato Party. That game does exist, by the way. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Future Proof, do you stream? Out of curiosity. I'm not sure if you do. If you do, we'll take a look at a little clip action. Did I miss anything? Okay. The next one is The Signal, Stranded on Sirenus. I love a good sci-fi-esque mystery. Kartoffel. Yes, Kartoffel is adorable. I love that game. Love that game. I did YouTube VR videos for a while. Just get back to it. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Okay. You're gonna see several puzzle games, kind of mystery type games on here. I'm in a weird mood where I don't want to do straight action these days. I kind of want to mix it up and do some different stuff. I don't do a lot of puzzle games on stream, but I do play quite a few of them. So this is The Signal, Stranded on Sirenus. There is a lot of gunplay in this one, so this one might come to stream. We'll see.
Do you remember when we first met? You were weak, so I felt.
I should point out, this is an adaptation of a Flat game. It's being published by Flat 3R Studios. Why are we doing a hype train? What are we doing here?
Hype train started.
This is a rare treasure train. Reach level 2 during the train to unlock 30% off, 35% off gift subs. Okay. Unlock a limited time 35% off gift subs at level 2 at any time during this train. Turns apply. Interesting. Well, thank you for the hype train. Treasure train. Thought this was a family stream. I don't know what gave you the impression that this was ever a family stream only. I have multiple clips to prove that that is not the case. Multiple clips, some of which you're in.
I nurtured you back to life. I took care of you. I gave you everything so you could grow stronger. I was there for you. You discovered something about me. You unlocked something within me. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Look at the giant
I thought
emote.
you were lonely. I invited your friends. You never needed them. We have each other. I'll keep you safe. You're mine now. You won't ever leave me. I'll make sure of that.
Again, this is a hybrid game, so we'll be on flat. And Russ with 2 gifted. Thank you very much. Oh, you should have gotten 2,000 pixels for your automatic sub. That happens automatically. For some reason, gift subs aren't computing properly, so I will rush 2,000 pixels. Spiriendo, how you doing? Faye, to my knowledge, that is just Steam. Last time I checked. And I'm pretty sure there's a Next Fest next month, and that's when this demo is going to drop. I'm good. I'm good. We're going through some VR games I'm excited about because we watch a lot of crap trailers on this stream. If you want an example of a crap trailer, let me know. I will pull up some absolute gems for you. Some absolute gems. But we go through a lot of trailers because I'm always trying to keep abreast of what's coming up in VR, and I add stuff to my wish list all the time. So I've gone through my wish list and I've curated the 11 games I'm really excited about. Why is it 11? Don't ask. I couldn't narrow it down to 10. I didn't want to cut any one of these. So here you go. Siberia is an older game from a few years ago that is getting remastered on the flat screen world. It's also getting a VR port. Again, love to see more stuff coming to VR for flat, and I love a good puzzle and mystery game. So here you go. If it's not gonna happen to you. Oh, I started non-cam. It took me, I think, 6 months before I was on camera.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Great. I was just hoping for a little imagination on your part.
I am only an automaton, Kate Walker.
Where is that train going?
The train is going far away, very far away.
Where are we, Oscar?
Hans Vorarlberg.
Do not forget that Hans Vorarlberg is a genius.
And to think that when I first became a lawyer, I was worried I'd get stuck behind a desk.
Thank you for the, how many bits is that? I can tell how many bits that is. 71 bits. Thank you, Oni.
Alive. That much I do believe.
Yes, absolutely. Ugh. I did not finish House of Vinci on stream, but I did finish it, and I thought it was fantastic. Thank you for 10 more bits. Did we hit treasure train unlock? Okay, I guess we're at level 2 now. Thanks to Oni's tickle bitties. We've allowed 35% off on 5+ gift subs. So if you get 5 subs or more, you get 35% off that total. Which, doing the math, works out to, I guess, you're gifting the equivalent of 3. I mentally said this is the House of Da Vinci looking game, and I wish I didn't think that. Why do you say that? I know you love the House of Da Vinci. Is that why? What in the fuck? Future, bro, you just got here. What are you doing? 10 gifted. 10 gifted. Matt, Redmond, Carrie, you got a sub. No more ad tags for you for at least a month. That's been Mr. Wiseport, Jason Shadows, Superiorendo, Superiorendo. I can't say that right. Daily Openings, Haberus, and I don't know who the hooded dude is. That looks like a bot name. Thank you. I love that sounder. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. That is insane. Endo. All right, thank you. That is a lot of syllables there. I like to shorten everything down as much as possible. Good God. Okay, we're at level 4. We can stop now. We're good. We're good. Everyone just calm down. You're going to get some nice emails here in a second. I think I'll actually get a Twitch payout next month, so thank you for that. That is awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you. Bit subs, all that is completely appreciated, but not necessary. Just happy you guys are hanging out with me. Did we finish Siberia? We finished Siberia. Oh, thank you for anyone who just got a sub. Thank you for the reminder, Oni. You now have access to TTS. So if you go !say SAY, and then space and then your message, you can say whatever you want. This is how you use TTS.
VR Potato says, this is how you use TTS.
And if you use TTS quite often, I will assign a nickname to you, especially if your name is fairly long. Because I try to give nicknames to the people who use TTS quite often. Like Croy, who is my friend and lives over in the UK. Is Croy McLeod or Declan McLeod because he's Scottish? Nothing here. This next one's called What Comes After. I'm just going to hit play on this because I saw this trailer and wishlisted it without knowing a whole lot about it.
The award-winning Amelia says, my nickname is longer than my name.
Yeah, but you won an award for something you didn't resonate, so you deserve to be recognized for that. I'm giving you a compliment, Amelia. I go with Matt because it's simple, and I appreciate your simpleness. That came out wrong. I appreciate the simpleness of your name.
The stabby one says, mine too.
Barely Russ. Roma Russ is still pretty long. The stabby one's just fine too. Would you rather just go with Russ?
Something's wrong down here.
This is what comes after.
Deeper I go.
Can y'all tell I'm in a vibe? I'm in a
here.
mood right now
But
with all
her
the stuff I'm
voice,
showing here.
it keeps pulling me forward.
Shit, 10 gifted.
And I still
What the
don't
hell?
know why.
The stabby one says, I am the stabby one.
Feel free to show your emote, Russ, so everyone gets the joke. So the thing with this one is, because there's not a lot of voice in this, I can just talk through it. I've been craving something in the Saints and Sinners realm since Saints and Sinners 2, which was a disappointment because the game was buggy as hell. By the way, that trailer just ends, and that trailer violates so many different things. I've been in the mood for something.
Matt says, just a regular day in Florida.
Something Saints and Sinners vibey without being Saints and Sinners. And I haven't had a game like that. Saints and Sinners is 3 years old now. Someone help me out. Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 is 3 years old now. And there hasn't been a game like it since that was any good. I played a few offline that we just won't talk about. And I've been looking for something along those lines. So that has the zombie element to it. But is it just like zombie blindly runs at you? It's not World War Z or Zombie Army VR. No stupid shit like that. I want something that's got a bit more substance to it. So I'm hoping that game can be it. We'll see. This one's Fatherhood Legacy, a VR narrative-driven adventure exploration platformer that is way too long. Developed by a studio that I've never heard of called VRX Immersive Studios, but y'all know how I feel about Moss. Almost able to gift the spin to the chat. Gotcha, okay. By the way, in the name of Solid Scorpius, son of a bitch. That son of a bitch. I love Scorp. Like the annoying little brother I never wanted. Alright. Alright. Get the Will Smiths now. We're gifting Will Smiths now. Let's get up Touch Portale.
Oni says, January 23rd, 2020 was the release.
Wow. That is hella old. Wait, 2020 for the first or the second game? I feel like the second game was 2022. Let's open the hype chest here, see what we got. Thank you again for the hype train. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. I'm like Sally's brother who never should have been born. Oh, stop it. No, he's got Primo for that. He's got a little Domador for that. Although we love Primo. We love Primo more than we love Scorp. Don't tell him that. Nah, their dynamic together is just hilarious. I love that. I love that little mood emote. That's fantastic. Just ugh mood. Fantastic. All right, Fatherhood Legacy.
Mighty, mighty, mighty. Long im Atzmi.
I will say, even though I'm excited for this game, it's more the vibe of the game itself than the trailer. This wasn't shot very well. Not Scout from Team Fortress 2. That was coming out next year. Having said that, it was also early beta footage because the game's not out. This trailer is about 3 months old now.
Future Proof 4 says, do you know why Meta are now promoting shitty games over bigger budget ones?
Because the shitty games make money. I'm going to be straight up with you. Batman Arkham Shadow was used as a vehicle to sell headsets, but all the other ones you could think of recent memory, Skylanders Behemoth did not do well. Metro Awakening did not do well. Alien Resurrection, Alien Rogue Incursion did not do well. It's just people aren't buying those in mass. They're saying the I'll wait for a sale is the prevailing notion. So you're not going to see a lot of bigger budget stuff. And honestly, that's been the story of bigger budget VR games since they started. As much as people say, "Oh, I wish we got more games like Stormland and NASCAR's Wrath 1 and Half-Life Alyx," not a single one of those games I just named made money. Not a single one of them. And they all didn't even make their budget. I'm sorry, Alyx made his budget pack. No other one did. So all these bigger budget games that everyone claims they love, they don't buy them. They don't. They're just beloved by a very, very loud vocal minority, and I include myself in that. But by and large, in terms of like mass adoption, they don't really catch traction. Asgard's Wrath 2 had the most expensive VR marketing campaign in history. They were on all these giant billboards and that dome sphere looking thing in Vegas. They had multiple trailers at the VR game at the Jeff Keighley show, which, if you know how much it cost to get a trailer in that show, they poured a ton of money into promoting that. It was the star of their very last game showcase. It got multiple devlogs. There was a bunch of YouTube advertising. Did a ton of advertising for that. Still did not really move the needle for them. So that's God's honest truth. People who say they want to see more big budget games in VR, you have to buy more games. Honestly, when you see these bigger budget games come out, you gotta take a flyer on them, because if these games aren't successful, these developers that are making these mid-tier budget games now are gonna be the ones that make bigger budget games when their mid-tier games are successful. Like, you can name any and it's damn good. Even my current set, absolutely it is. You can name any major studio that exists today: Ubisoft, Bethesda, Naughty Dog, any of them, Insomniac. All of them started making smaller games that they caught fire with, and that's why they make big budget action games now, because there was enough brand trust in them that studios started and bigger corporations started giving them more money to make bigger and better games. That's how we're going to get there in VR. We're going to get there with like the Resolutions of the world and the Vertigo games and the fast travel games, and Polyart games. I'm blanking on one. Beyond Frames. Like, those guys are going to be the ones, because they've consistently turned out quality. Show Games is another one who's turned out quality game after game after game. And they're going to be the ones that, if we continue to support them, they're going to be able to make bigger and better games as they go along there. Sitting here waiting for like Bethesda to come to VR, and not with the shitty Fallout and Skyrim VR versions, that's not going to happen. It's just not. We have to create our own AAA market. I'm off my soapbox now. So anyone who's bitching about AAA games not coming to VR, they're not going to come if you don't support the games that are out there right now. Straight up. And I have said that since before I started making my own game. I don't think Asgard's Wrath 1 or 2 were meant to sell. They were headset sellers, and given the headset, Asgard was giving away multiple times the Quest 2 and 3 owners. I'll say that for Asgard's Wrath 2, 1 existed before the Quest 1 even came out. But yeah, okay, I'll give you that on Asgard's Wrath 2. But they still poured a ton of marketing money into that. A ton. They proved they can make something successful and crept up in budgets. They didn't bet multiple angels investor wallets from the get-go. Asgard's Wrath 2 was a Rift headset. Did it come with the Rift? Okay, I'll take your word for it. I will take your word for it on that one. Because I was not around for the early Rift days. So I don't know what was bundled with it. My Rift was given to me later. Thanks for the explainer. Yeah, like
The award-winning Amelia says, didn't one studio declare themselves a AAA studio?
I wonder if the studio said that, or if a bunch of YouTubers said that. This is a AAA VR game. There are people who are saying of Lies and Rain is AAA level quality. There are people who were saying that. And I'm like, no, stop it. People were calling Metro Awakening a AAA VR experience. Metro Awakening is the shortest and shallowest of all of the Metro series. They cut so much out of it that you get in Exodus and Last Light and all those, because someone confirmed I'm still alive. I just saw Oni's message. Anybody? I don't seem to have stopped streaming, but I just need someone to confirm that I'm still alive. You hear me? Okay, I'm alive. Thank you. Woo. Thank you for confirming. I had to refresh. All right, yeah. Whew. Scared me for a second there. Yeah, that's always been my position. We're going to yeah, it's black because I didn't hit play on this trailer yet. It has always been my position that VR will have a AAA market when we create our own AAA studios. In the same way that like From Software is a great example. From Software was not From Software. If you look at the games that they made before Demon Souls, they were making like first-person ARPGs that were enjoyed in They were enjoyed in their own right, but they weren't what Demon Souls became. And then they dropped Demon Souls, later Dark Souls 1, and the sky was the limit from there. And now they are where they are. But there are, we need not even on the Gorilla Tag level successful, like half of a Gorilla Tag level successful game that's not a free-to-play metaverse type situation would be fantastic. I have to buy a few big budget games, show my support. Then do you prefer PC VR games with a cable and higher graphics or standalone metaverse? It depends on the game. If I am playing a melee combat game, I would prefer not to have the wire, because as much as people say they don't feel the wire, they put pulleys on the ceiling and stuff like that, I always notice the wire. I promise I got the Star Wars Stories for Quest 3. Yeah, having said that, I'm rarely playing more than, like, I'm going to say 2 games at a time. So even if I got the 128, it probably wouldn't bother me all that much. Because I don't hop between games a whole lot. I try to, like, drill down to one game and finish it. Or if I put one game down for whatever reason, I'm going to let it cook, get some more updates, stuff like that. And I'm going to just delete it off my headset and just download it again later. I don't feel the urge to, like, keep it downloaded. So there's maybe 3 games that stay downloaded on my Quest. Asgard's Wrath 2, because up until recently, they were doing regular updates for the roguelite mode. Tetris Effect Connected. Actually 4. Demio and Cookout. Those are the only 4 that stay on my headset. Everything else will get deleted if I'm not playing it for a while. No, even Walkabout Mini Golf. I will go months without playing Walkabout Mini Golf. So yeah, even that one I'll toss sometimes. All right, next one's Memoriam. I'm getting in the mood for a story-based corridor shooter. But I don't really want to play one that is like ripping off Half-Life Alyx. So I'm not really jumping up and down for Lies and Rain. This one looks more Dead Space-esque, more sci-fi-esque. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Faye. I'm sorry. I actually went to the page and didn't do it. My bad. Actually went to the page on the touch board and just didn't hit the button. Sorry, I got on the soapbox again. We were almost. Alright, here's another one. Almost hit the 50 pixel booby price. That would have been brutal, but we're okay. This one's gonna be 100 from Russ. So staring 50 pixels between Faye and Russ. Everyone say thank you for the pixels. If you're new here, you don't know what pixels are. Exclamation point store is how you'll find out what they're for. Exclamation point store. I will be expanding the store back up again next month when we go back to Grimlord.
Oni says, thank you for the pixels.
All right, Memoriam. Here we go. D-Tran, welcome in. Tran, you just missed a third-person VR game. I know you love those. They're like your favorite games. Tran loves third-person VR games. They're like his favorite thing. I know you do. Every time Moss is showing, you're like, why does this exist? Allegedly, Faye. Allegedly. It's been delayed a couple times, though, so can't guarantee it. Oh, the pod racing game? Don't get me started. Oh, God. Playing at Lies Ray Wednesday, Thursday, assuming you get paid. I hope you get paid, too, because you told me your situation. I hope that gets resolved. I'm gonna rewind. I want to see the head bite thing again.
What's going on? Come in.
I'm a big fan of good, awesome looking creature design in VR. If anyone wants, I can show the creature pack that I bought for my game, because I love the creature design. Moving on, Deadpool VR. I shouldn't have to explain what this is. I'll just hit play. Tran, have you played it on PC VR? Arcane H? Alright, I got your feature proof right there. We're done with this.
Spanning streaming network is expanding.
Nice imagery.
Yeah, but it did. Which is why I kind of want to look at it. I want to see if they use the same pack I did.
Now
that is efficient exposition.
That's a $500 pack, so not a lot of people are going to use it.
That is bastards recruited across time and space. They require persuasion.
Look who it is.
Spyro Gyro, a deluxe portal for 2, if you please.
Adoring fans will be watching your every move.
Fighting on a reality show to the cheers of trillions. Minimum effort!
I have little tolerance for low ratings.
I think they should, but I'll explain why they won't.
OMG.
Right. You're not late, bud. You're good. We'll leave this on the background and talk about Oni's last statement. November 18th. Yep, very excited for that. I love a good mindless action game too every now and then. I was hoping Bulletstorm would be that, but it was too garbage at launch for me to get into it. Every once in a while, I love a game where I can just turn my brain off and just do some stupid action. Twisted Pixel are great for that. Path of the Warrior, great for that. Defector, great for that. I expect this to be great for that too. Wilson's Heart will probably just need to recompile. Wilson's Heart is a possibility, but let's go through the other ones. Stormland is Insomniac. That would not ever come to Quest because Insomniac is owned by Sony. Asgard's Wrath 1, if Metal were going to do that, they would have done it by now. But instead, they released Asgard's Wrath 2. And then Silence Regains, shortly thereafter, had layoffs. I don't think they're porting that game. Lone Echo 1 and 2, Ready at Dawn doesn't exist anymore. So that's not going to happen. Defector, they could probably do, but they Twisted Pixel's been working on Deadpool. What else? What were the other... Oculus? They still own the IP and assets though. Yeah, but then you're at that's a heavier lift to get a whole new studio to port the game like that. Actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. No, Insomniac owns the Stormland IP. It was in their deal that they keep the IP. Because it's in the FC. If you read the FCC filings when Sony bought them, they still own the IP to Stormland. Meta doesn't own that. They just funded the development of the game. Post right
Future Proof 4 says, have you tried Hitman in VR?
I've tried the PC VR version. It is absolute trash. Hitman 3 VR Reloaded on Quest 3 was trash. I have been told that World of Assassins on PSVR 2 is very good. I don't own the PSVR 2, so I can't vouch for that other than trusting what my friends have said. Outside of Stormland was not even the group I was thinking of. Gotcha, okay. Okay, so you're talking like the Lone Echoes and stuff like that? Yeah. I have a hard time seeing Lone Echo happening given they shuttered the studio. And I don't even know if it would do well because Echo VR did way better than both Lone Echo games did. Lone Echo 2 barely ran on PC VR as it is. So getting that to run on the Quest when it was played with performance issues on PC VR, that's kind of a hard lift. I don't know. I wish they would update the PC VR Hitman to match PSVR 2. I wish they would too, but I mean, we've been waiting for the PC VR Hitman to get an update for 2 years now. It hasn't happened, so I don't see it happening now. Oh no, having the Avalanche, the app that would run PC Link games and Quest 3 standalone. It is still being tested. And I can say that with 99 point fuck it. I'll say with 100% certainty. They are still testing it. And I'm gonna shut my mouth now. Couldn't tell you what's gonna happen. It has in 2 minutes. Couldn't tell you when it's gonna happen, Faye, but I can tell you with 100% certainty, Project Avalanche is still being worked on. And I wait for PCVR Green Hell to get an update. Yeah. We got one more trailer. I'm gonna try to get this in before the ads happen. So this is Remnant Protocol. What's going on, buddy? I am the biggest Star Fox fan you will ever meet. I even like that really shitty GameCube version they made that was basically another game that got reskinned to Star Fox. I have wanted a dogfighting experience like that, and no one say Star Wars Squadrons to me. That game ran like dog shit for me. But I've been wanting something like that for quite some time. The closest I've gotten are 2 games. There's a game called, there's No Man's Sky, which you guys already know, but that's not a pure dogfighting game. And you kind of have to like try hard to get into dogfights in that game. It's like random luck when you jump into a system, whether or not there's a pirate incursion there. So it's your PC. I have a Ryzen 5, and I run a 3070. I tried to stream Star Wars Squadrons one time. It ran like a PowerPoint presentation. I was getting 2 frames per second. It was awful. Even playing it off stream, it just never ran right. And someone told me it was the EA launcher that was kind of screwed up for VR. That's what multiple people told me when I was trying to troubleshoot it. But I just didn't care enough to try and go back to it. So, yeah. The other game, and I'm blanking on it now. Totally blanking on it now. So now I gotta look it up. So that kind of bugged me. It's funny, I remember the name of the developer, but not the name of the game. Developer's name is Osby Studios. The game, Anchar, there we go. Anchar 2, Hyperdrive. Have you ever played Interstellar Strike Team? I've never heard of it, actually. That is a new one. This, and no trailer's gonna do this game justice because the trailer really focused on the PvP aspect of it as opposed to the... All right, Matt, have a good night. As opposed to like the storyline version of it. But where's the trailer? Where's the trailer? They don't have an official trailer. That's annoying. We'll just hit this one. Yeah, the first one was a Go game. This one came to Quest 2. The sequel was on Quest 2. Or Quest 1, actually. Actually, I'm sorry. Anchar 2, I think, was on Go. And then they re-released it as Anchar Wars 2 on Quest. There's a lot to that game. One of the aspects is getting a starfighter fighting in space. I want it, Faye. Give it to me. This one got Asmund. All right. Like I said, not a good trailer because it really focuses on the multiplayer aspect, but there is a full single player campaign with this. I streamed the whole thing. It's rather short. It's maybe 2 hours long, but good stuff. You remember Eve Valkyrie? I remember it. I never played it. It was actually the focus of I did a whole video on my YouTube channel about games that did not get ported to PSVR 2, and I spent from PSVR 1 to PSVR 2, and I spent probably 3 weeks in that video researching it. Eve Valkyrie is one of them. No, I'm sorry. Eve Valkyrie was a list of games that have been listed that you can't play in VR anymore. I'm sorry. That was in there with Marvel Powers United and all those other games. Last one, dev update. I did not go through Fab yet for this week, and there's some new stuff available. So let's see what we got. For those who don't know, oh, I'm sorry. Future Proof, are you still here? It's not to mean there's no backwards compatibility on PSVR 2. It's because of the controllers. Every single one of those games would have to be remapped to traditional controllers because they were all made for the move sticks. And that is a bit of a resource lift. It's not as simple as a simple key binding because you got to deal with like different tracking systems and stuff like that. I don't care if my name is Docs. I don't care. My name's gonna be out there anyway. All right. Let me find the creature pack I bought to show Future Proof. So some of you have seen this already. It's okay. We're fine. Creatures. What the fuck? Get that off of there. That and narrow down the creatures. And that should be 64 in a second. All right. Welcome back from the ads. Okay, so I bought this pack. I caught this on sale. This is the total combined pack, because I bought packs 1 and 2, was a combined $550, and it was 80% off on the sale. And I had additional discount on top of that because I had not bought any assets. So sometimes like Meta will send you an asset or a discount code. I got the same thing from Unity. So I got a $550 pack with 60 creature designs, or I think I paid $80 with tax. Pretty cool. Yes, I am making a VR game. I'm making a VR game. So let's bump this up. Actually, we're not going to show the YouTube video. We're just going to expand this and go full screen here. Yeah, and it's saying discount. So I got 60 creature designs. I'm just going to scroll through them one by one. I'm kind of going to go through these fairly quickly. So I've shown this on stream a couple times. But yeah, future proof. Not all these will make it into my game because I have 60 different creature designs. I'm trying to stretch this to get at least 2 games out of them. So some will go in game 1, some will go in game 2. Like this creature here, this Star Wars trooper looking Starship Troopers looking creature. You don't blow your what? No, not Starship Troopers. Yeah, Starship Troopers. This little Bufomorph guy is definitely in game number 1 because I think he's adorable. He doesn't have a lot of animations. His animation is mostly just bite, so I'm gonna have to come up with some creative things to like vary up his attacks. He has that tongue lashing thing. Matter of fact, I'll just hit play on this. Just go through all of his actual motions. Let's zoom out a little bit. What's your role in game development? I'm a one-man show. I'm doing everything, which is why I'm very liberally using assets from the Unity store because I am not an artist, so there's no way I could design something that looks this good. So I just bought this pack. Yeah, and I'm gonna play around with that only. For purposes of the prototype, I'm just gonna go with what's available, and then I'll tweak later. Okay, so yeah, there's that guy. This awesome looking thing, looking scorpion thing that I'm gonna put in the game, and I'm gonna kill it repeatedly. It might even be in the prototype. I'm just gonna kill it repeatedly in all my devlogs. I'm gonna send that video to Solid Scorpius. Hee. This guy, I love this guy. This guy's in game 1. I love that guy. He looks fantastic. This one for playing Cyberpunk. Hey Tom, how you doing, buddy? This anglerfish looking turtle creature, fantastic. I love the jaw designs on all these things. Again, one that has fairly limited moves, but as like a fun mini boss, and you know, try not to get stomped because I can increase the scale of this and make it like really fucking big. Great looking creature. This would take me hundreds of hours to probably build by myself because I don't know Maya and I don't know Blender. I am not an artist by any stretch. So that's why the Unity store exists, to fill in for like solo developers who want to make something. It helps to fill in the gaps. They really like to like the bifurcated lower jaw. Yes, they do. So I'm being careful about not putting too many similar looking ones in each game, but that's why I have 60. So I guess, and some of them, like the Bufomorph, this guy has 4 different color variants. So I can use this guy in 4 different environments. You know, red for fire, blue for ice, so on and so forth. And for artists, yeah, but okay, so here's the thing, Amelia. I don't really have the mental capacity nor the time to try to learn 2 different programs. Like, it's better until I can it's better to use stuff to fill in the gaps while you make your first couple of projects instead of trying to learn every single thing at once, because it will take you years to do that. So if you can find, and there are artists out there who sell their full soundtracks, who sell assets, who sell graphic user interface stuff. Like, you can piecemeal together a game if you wanted to. I'm just choosing to like do the stuff that I know I can do by myself and then use assets to fill in the rest. Hopefully that makes sense. Is there a VR game dev app that's fairly simplistic to use? Not really. Unity has the most VR tools. I think Godot, from what I understand, is a simpler engine, but it's not as VR friendly. But no, there's not. I mean, unless you're talking like, you know, the builder tools that are built into like VR Chat and Rec Room, Resonite, Horizon Worlds. There are tools where you can build worlds from that, but like a completely like built from scratch VR game app, no, you just got to learn one of these engines, honestly. I can't wait to tell AI to make the child of a turtle and anglerfish in March XR style and animate the fucker to do it. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, but not there yet. If they all have no scripting or programming, yes, but that's still something you have to learn. It's not turnkey, if that makes sense, Sony. Like, it's not just, okay, do this here, do this here, do this here, go. Like, it doesn't really work like that. It's still a skill you have to learn how to do, even with visual scripting. It's not. It's intuitive if you have a programming background. If you've never done it before, visual scripting is really hard. Yeah. Let's keep moving through this. Yeah. This guy didn't really appeal to me, so he's not. I don't think he's gonna make it into. He's definitely not in the first game. These guys are interesting, but I like this. Not this one. Sorry. This guy just made me look sad. I was just sad when I saw this one. Like, this guy looks like he's just depressed. Let's keep moving. There's 60 of these. I'm gonna do this fairly quickly. I do have an aquatic zone in both of the games I'm planning. So, this frog-looking creature, absolutely. This thing looks so disgusting. I have to put it in the game just because it looks gross. Slug-looking thing just looks, yeah. I'm still not sold on this guy. Still not sold on him. Another ugly looking, like something you find at the bottom of the sea. Look at the feet being backwards too. Like, look at the back legs there, the hind legs. Ugh. These next two are my favorite. This guy right here, I love this thing. We'll show just because of the inner mouth it has. Yeah, that's horrifying. That is horrifying. There's a Power Rangers henchman. Yeah, that's horrifying. And then this guy. Look at this thing. Like the face, the hand for a face. Ugh. And all of these are pre-animated, already have animations built in. So all I have to do to program their attacks, so making a turn-based game for those who don't know, is just build what their attack combo looks like. So, yeah, very cool, very cool. Let's keep going here. I mean, they're all horrific looking. The face hand moves with one of your hands. It'd be fun to like rig my VR camera to one of these creatures too. See if I can make myself roar. That'd be fun. Sorry, I'm scrolling fairly quickly because I got another 30 of these to go after this. This tentacle looking guy is interesting. Yeah, very cool. If I ever make a game where there's like a kingdom underwater, like the Aquaman of JRPGs, he'd be in that. Gotta love a little like flying bastard. Just annoying little flying. This is one of those things you see in like sci-fi shooters that just come out of nowhere and they swarm you and kill you. Very cool. This guy's in the first game just because I love the mouth. I love the mouth. Just looks like a demented bipedal donkey. I mean, it's almost like a pet. Almost like a rideable pet in some instances. But yeah, of course we'll stretch it to death. So, sorry. All basic slashes. It does have a roar. Everything that has a roar I'm going to use to like shoot projectiles at you. Keep moving. How's the music while we're doing this? I'm fairly certain I'm making this guy a boss. I need to look at him. Yeah, I think this one's a boss. This one, the one that looks just like him. Looks like I can't remember the name of the creature from Star Wars. He was in the Boba Fett show. It killed me a bunch of times in the Jedi Survivor games. Rancor, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's what this reminds me of. Keep moving. That's just horrifying. That's just horrifying looking. Speaking of things that wanted to be a shark and couldn't figure out how to do it, I can't remember who said that earlier. Just, they like their brain. This developer likes their brain looking pustule things too. Yeah, I don't want to put this in the game because I feel sad. This looks like a pet to me. It looks like something that would just, you know, purr at you when you rub its head. More tentacles. And that's the last one for this pack. So there's that. And then there's a Monster Pack 2 that I need to find real quick. But yeah, this developer Proto Factors released a ton of creature sets, and they all look pretty damn cool. So let me just go search for it. Of course, I spelled pack wrong. There we go. Hit the glowy bits. Yeah, I don't have weak points in my game just because I don't really want to code that level of precision. Turn the ZBrush hobby into a business. Hey, I mean, it's just working for him. I don't know why I maximized that. We can skip this one. This is just the overview shot. All right, so this one, they put all the Sketchfast stuff in the front. I'm going to skip through all this to get to the pictures. Love this guy. Love this guy. He's going to be like this demented looking crocodile almost like creature. He will be in the tropical area of my next game that I'm trying really hard not to say the name of right now. We'll just keep scrolling through. This guy's in the first game. In the Upside Down. Not. I haven't seen all the Stranger Things actually. I don't watch the first 2 seasons. Yeah, you'll see a prevailing theme, which is why, because I'm trying to make a bit of an RPG series, that I'm okay with using similar creature designs, because I think they're all going to tie into the same world at some point. Again, tropical area, perfect for that. Another shark. They like their sharks. Sandworm. I was hoping they had a sandworm. I was very happy to see that. I had a little crab there. This is like the bigger, uglier cousin of the Bufomorph I showed earlier. Another shark-looking creature. A lot of sharks. Like chimera between a crab and a snapping turtle. The embossing Howard the Duck. Which one? What, this one? Or the one I was just on? Go back some more. Or go forward. So I know you're on stream delay, so this one, the sandworm looking guy? Yeah. God, Howard the Duck, man. Love that. Love that flick. Alright, let's go forward. And they also have baby versions of other creatures. Like this is the roster card larvae. They just jump at you and bite you. And then Big Daddy is later in this pack. I'll find them at some point. Leah Tom. Although the duck kissing scene was a little weird, but you know. This guy's a boss. This guy is 100% a boss character. Look at all that armor. Look at all that thickness. This is another larva. Okay, this is the baby version of this guy. So the idea was, and when I do the level that these creatures will be in, you'll fight a bunch of these as you progress to the level. And then you'll get to the end, and you'll be like, you been fucking with my kids? Huh? You been fucking with my kids? And the Big Daddy comes out to play. Another one. There's a larval version of this one, so I was thinking about making this one the boss. Kind of like the idea of like the buy this as a weekly freebie. I bought this. So here are the juvenile versions. So you'll find a bunch of these. They're actually in the first area, so they'll be in a prototype because I already programmed their attacks, including the projectile. But the projectile will change because right now it's just a default Unity asset. It's just a spear that shoots at you. And then here's their big version, their big brother. Another scaly looking reptile type creature. More bugs. There's definitely a theme to all these, but so very, very cool design. Stuff that there's no shot I could do on my own with any sense of speed. So the Unity Asset Store is great for that. All right, so that's the creature pack. That's what I bought. You'll see, I'm going to say 25 of those in my first game in about a year and a half. How's it get the VR game development? Did you take it, Demon Chorus, or use all? It's all using Unity Engine. I'm using, okay, so I went to school for computer science 20 some odd years ago now. and learn JavaScript, C++, C#, yada yada yada. But I've been out of school for over 20 years, so it's a skill that because you don't use it, you lose it. I've been into video games my whole life. I worked for a video game developer for about like 2 years, and decided that after relearning Unity and relearning C++, which C#, just through standard Unity tutorials, I decided I wanted to try my hand, make my own game. So here I am. There's a Megazord in Fortnite. Ugh. Got kicked out of school years ago. I mean, join the club. There's other people out there who've done that. 700 both packs. Yes, they're not cheap. Catch these on, but these go on sale all the time. These two that I just showed you were on sale for 50% off recently. I got the combined pack, which is volumes 1 and 2, which is $5.50. That is right here. I was monitoring daily deals to see if any of these came up. I had most of this guy's stuff wish listed, so I would get emails with everyone else sale. Like right now, this one's sale for 64% off. So, set this. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. So if you wanted everything I just bought, you could buy it for $200 now. I caught it on 80% off, and I had another discount code, so I got it for like $80. So just watch the sales. Just watch the sales. We'll go check out Fab now. I want to see if any of this other stuff's on sale though. It doesn't show sales on this screen. That's annoying. That's really annoying. But yeah, he's got sci-fi bosses, heroic ones. So if you want to make like a dark fantasy game, where are these? Where are these? Let's just scroll to the end here. And again, very much a similar creature design. Like you'll see the mandible jaws and stuff like that. But style for other things. This thing's fantastic. I wanted this. I really wanted this. I think this looks awesome. It's 137,000 tries though, which if you know programming, you know that's a lot. So this could only be in the scene by itself. The spines on the legs, the spines on the back, all the tentacles, the multiple, just, yeah, I think it's a cool looking creature. All right, let's go to Fab, and we're gonna hop into VR. Because I can do this all day. I can sit here and look at Prolifactor stuff all day. All right, so every only 2 weeks, 3 weeks, let's say 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks or so, Fab, which is on my Epic Games, will put out 3 free assets for developers. 2 weeks, thank you. You let Vertigo have a boss fight in something. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Every boss fight will take place in an arena by itself, and that arena will be slightly stripped down in terms of graphical detail, so I can like use as much polygon count as I can for that boss character. And relax, I'll tell you a trick. Hold on. Actually, I'll say it right now. So, and I got this from Persona. When you go through a Persona dungeon, you don't see the actual creatures you're about to fight. You see these things called shadows or phantoms in different games. When you hit the phantom / shadow, or it hits you, it takes you into the turn-based combat, and then you see the actual creatures that you're fighting. That is a really clever way to do a couple of things. Number one, save on the resources, because you don't have to animate all these different creatures walking around the map. You can just animate one. Yeah, I already switched to the professional license for all those. Oh, you meant for these. Gotcha. Yep. Sorry. So that's the story of my game is designed around the concept of all these creatures that you encounter start in the overmap as one looking, yeah, to the old RPGs. Exactly. So I'm doing that for my game because that saved me having to animate a bunch of different creatures, and that's going to save me so much time when I get to like map building and stuff like that and doing layouts, which won't be until next year. So it's just one asset that I've already designed that will be walking around the map, and when you encounter it, you'll hit it or it'll hit you, and you go into the battle and it'll spawn into whatever the creatures are. All right, the sci-fi orb, let's see what this is. I think it's just the orb. I don't think it's the environment, although it's showing environmental pictures, so it might be the whole scene. Let's say at the bottom, a whirling, unstable orb hidden away at the end of a rainy, forgotten galaxy. Step into the orb, a meticulously crafted sci-fi environment. It is an environment designed to elevate your game or cinematic experience. Every asset within the orb is built to the highest quality standards to ensure top-tier performance. Do these have breakdowns of mesh counts and all that? Let's see. One of 4K textures. Vert counts between 75 to 42,000. Okay, so not that bad. Textures of 4096 by 4096. That is definitely high quality. That will probably scale back if I use this for standalone. Texture count's a little high, but anyway, this is entirely free, so I'm going to switch this to. Now here's the thing, Oni. Technically, I can still use the personal license. I have grabbed professional for all these, but I don't have 100K in revenue. If you read the license for this, it's for an individual creator or a small team with not more than 100K of revenue or funding in the last 12 months. Or if you download the professional one, that's for studios or other entities with over 100K in revenue or funding in the last 12 months. So yeah, I could technically use the personal one because I'm a brand new developer. I haven't put anything out yet. Shit, hold on. Can't do this. Just remember that will 100% dox me, so I'll download these later. That's the first one. Let's look at the second one and the third one. Well, if you go over 100K, if I'm using that asset, it gets tiered at that point. Then you just upgrade your license. In case you had to make something prototype use late. Yeah, that's why I've been doing it professional, but just saying that you don't have to do it out the gate. If you're doing like a student project or something, just do the personal license. This is an adventure pack. These models are available on Patreon. Blah, blah, blah. You'll find 5 cool characters for your project, perfect for post-apocalyptic, survival, adventure, shooter, or horror games. Let's see what we got here. Not bad looking. Not a game I would probably make anytime soon, but again, it's good that I'm in the asset compiling business, because who knows what I'm gonna feel like making, or if I make a prototype of something for a game jam, you know, it's good to have different things instead of just sticking to one style. Everyone, the first launch with all the NPCs like that. Yep. CD Projekt? No, I'm not making the pony game, Russ. Stop hoping. So good variability. Yep. Good asset. And the last one is a modular rural cabin. So relax. Make sure you grab these. Fab.com. This modular pack includes everything, including the screenshots. Each asset is created for realistic AAA high quality visuals, style, and budget. Now most of these, because it's owned by Epic, are Unreal. You have to go through a process if you want to get them into Unity. But there's YouTube videos on how to do that stuff. So let's take a look at this. This looks really nice. It should also be pointed out that when you grab these, you normally get a demo scene that has this laid out for you. But most of what you're getting for are the actual assets, the power lines and towers, the actual house, stuff like that. You have to pretty much build this stuff yourself. Like, this is what you actually get when you actually pull it into your game development studio. You have to build the map yourself, which is not my strength, to say the least. I did some stuff for some prototypes. It was to the point where, yeah, y'all ain't seeing that anytime soon. It was good to learn. It was a learning experience. Yeah, so you get a scene that looks like this, where you open the scene and it'll just be this square laid out. And if you hit play and go into the game in editor, you can walk around and look at all the finer details. Like, here's all the pieces just kind of scattered around. That trailer, I live in the South. I've seen trailers that look exactly like that. So, yeah, there you go. There are already names with connection points. You can set them up from criminality, puts them together. Yeah, but you still have to do the piecing together. It's not like a ready-made scene, is what I'm saying. Like, there's still a fair amount. Because I know, and I'm saying this, like, I know you know this, only, but there are some people who look at this and go, oh, I'm gonna buy this pack and it's just gonna look just like this, like out of the gate. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can use the demo scene if you wanted to, but not how that works. There is still some level of effort required in those. Yeah, these random packs, you never know what you might just need 1 or 2. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna need like a dirty, dilapidated looking styrofoam or a plastic chair, but hey, why not? It's free. So yeah, grab those on the fab.com. There will be an update for the Unity Asset Store on Thursday, because I think they're still on The last spoiler show of the week we looked at last week. Okay, let's go play Drakkenridge. Hey, by the way, Garage Collective, can you please, for the love of God, put your game on IGDB? Please. This is the second time I've asked. Put the game on IGDB. So I can actually stream in your category. And other people can stream in your category. Alright. Come over here, and I'll be back in a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. It is the International Games Database. So when you update your, if you ever upload a video to YouTube and you can list what game you're uploading the video about, that info comes from IGDB. If a developer has not uploaded their game to the IGDB, that's what YouTube and Twitch and every other gaming streaming platform pull from. You can't find their game listed. And most VR developers, like solo devs, don't do that. It's really annoying. So right now I'm streaming in games and demos because the game is not in IGDB. All right, back in a bit. Speaking of steak, I would like to remind everyone that we have new emotes. If you just type colon and then steak, no space, in the chat.
You have a colon emote?
No.
Steak kind of weird.
No, I'm telling everyone how to do the. No, stop. No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. No one clipped that. That's not what I meant. Carrie, welcome back from the ads. What I'm trying to. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you are in chat, you can type colon.
Deal with a lot of colon.
I hate you. I hate you all. Hold on, let me flap real quick.
You got the clap now?
I said flap, you son of a bitch. Anyway. I think this is 2024. First half of 2025 seen next fest in sales. Where's the 12 hours of behind the scenes footage of you practicing Anemone Anomaly in the mirror? I mean, no one wants to watch that, Oni, so I'm not going to put that out. But speaking of Oni and stuff that I put out, that I was going to say videos I put out, but that sounds even worse. Let me...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Hey, don't look at me. Don't mind me. Just we're just swing. Oh my god! Almost went in your mouth. Almost went in your mouth. Just a swing in here. We're just a swing.
Future Proof 4 says, I tried switching to Linux for all my gaming needs, but there were just too many games I couldn't run.
Yeah. Of course. Whoa, God, he's looking right at me. That's disturbing.
I'm not getting my menu selection like my UI sounds. It's weird. Get my straps back on. Strap it on. That strap on my controller. That there's no good way of me saying that. So we're just gonna ignore that I said that. We're just gonna keep it moving. Do not clip that. There's like to name the NPCs. I have no idea. I have no idea. We're going to learn.
Trying to remember if anything here looks different. Hey guy. Hey guy. Come on out. Take my bone club. You were supposed to die there. You were supposed to die when I did that, sir. Okay. Yeah, bring your bony ass here. Get a sandwich. Ow! Checking the cabana. At the Copacabana.
Isn't that Barry Manilow in VR?
I'm aware, but I was in a cabana and I just started singing. Let me have my moment. Welcome back from the odds, folks. I was singing Copacabana because I was in the cabana, and I was quickly reminded that that is not an Elvis song.
Way to go, Pac-Man.
Okay, we got an anemone anomaly. Anemone anomaly. Jesus Christ. Don't clip that. Oh my God.
Although, what's her name? Amaranth is no longer exclusively on Twitch. She's on Kick and other stuff. So I'm sure she took a massive part of her viewing audience with her when she left. Because if you go through that category, there's just like any other category on Twitch, it's very, very top heavy. Very top heavy. Okay, I just realized how bad that sounded given the subject matter. What I meant was most of the views are concentrated into a handful of streams. No, that's not.
Oh, okay. I don't. What?
Oh,
is
now we're on
zero?
stage. We're on the stage with roses. Wait, it's like
Here I am standing at the live open mic.
Uh-oh.
No.
Microphone.
No. No.
Congratulations.
Hallucinating?
Thank
You're
you.
doing better than the rest of us.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Somebody
Thank
wouldn't be
you.
able to deal with a Coriolis force on a space station.
What the fuck?
my Ah! My access like your shield! Ow. Oh! Oh, he fell for his head and then fell down. That's beautiful. 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 I love it.
And more.
There we
We'll
go.
be jumping back into the world of assassination when PSVR 2 support launches on March 27th.
I'm just going to shrink my camera down a bit. There's some actually the quest version have, but they still have prompts about Nick. Yes. Those VR interactions have never existed. Those VR interactions have never existed for Hitman in VR.
The stabby one says, you are muted.
There we go. You should be able to hear me now, and it is overmodulated, so let's turn that down. There we go. Thank you for the heads up. Oh god, I think my green screen's gonna be jacked up with the I swear this camera hates me. Like after we do this green screen all the time. Thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Let's figure out why the hell my chroma key is so screwed up. There's similarity down maybe. I don't know. This green screen pisses me off. I'm just gonna deal with it for tonight. I don't care. Okay, we're good now. There we go. Oni, I sent you a DM. I'm not sure if you had a chance to respond to it, but those who don't know, there was a game that we tried to play on stream a while back. They got on Quest, not Steam, because it's melee combat, called Pixel Dungeon. Pixel Dungeon's not rebranded. They are now Animal Dungeon. I was a little confused when I saw it. Uh-oh. It launched in casting before. There we go. They've now fixed the issue that prevented me from casting it, so only if you're down, let's check this out next week. We can actually do a proper stream of it. This isn't the game we're playing tonight. I'm just going to boot it real quick just so I need that it works. Yeah, only Kazi and I tried to play this because we played this off stream for a YouTube video, and it's good fun. We played 2 levels. It was a lot of fun. If Ancient Dungeon VR and Minecraft Dungeons had a baby, or I guess Dungeons of Eternity had a baby, it'd be this. So you go in, it's all, pixel art, go into a dungeon that looks, like libraries and caves and stuff like that, and fight monsters. It's a lot of fun. So, only, it works now. Yay! So we can finally stream this. I'm excited. Alright, let's get into the actual game we're playing tonight. And I'm wearing my haptics vest because they said they were working on haptics, but they didn't know when they were going to release it. So I'm just going to see if it has integration yet. we played about an hour of this a couple of weeks ago, when it first launched, and it had some opportunities, we'll say. So we're gonna see if it's any better now. Someone could just say something in chat just to feed the strap here to make sure it's feeding correctly. I would appreciate it. And then we'll get it moving. Uh-oh. Make sure I'm actually still alive. Not drop frames. For the chat, thank you, Faye. Appreciate it. I did not have sound though, because I did not unmute it. Let's do that. There we go. Should have some ambient. My hand detached, so I'm not hopeful that the hand stuff is fixed, but we'll see. It did fix on the simple reboot though, so if the hand warping starts happening, I'll just reboot the game after I get to a save point. I'm muted again? Shit. Pause it real quick. Can anyone else? Because my voice is coming through on the meter. Test, test. My voice coming through on the meter. Can someone write Faye back and ask her to see if her stream is muted? Reboot. Okay, sounds good. Alright. Okay, looks like I don't have anything equipped. It also looks like I'm gonna have to redo all the stuff I did last week because I stopped midway through this area, so that's fine. So this game basically is a fantasy ARPG that plays like I'm in a Super Nintendo game. Oh shit. Huh? 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 Okay. Bitch. Okay. I'll take some throwing knives. I'll take some throwing knives. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Put that there. And let's grab some bushes. As someone who grew up in this era of SNES gaming, yes, only it is a word. For you. I adore this art style. But I know it's not for everyone. I know. Oh shit. For the people who like, you know, modern, like, UE5 high fidelity type stuff. I mean, that's your jam. That's okay. That's okay. I dig it because I grew up playing games that look like this. So to feel like I'm in the game that I was able to play when I was like 15 or so is pretty cool for me. And this is their signature style. They love, this developer, Garage Collective, loves pixel art. So all their games are going to look like this. This is the first one they've done in 3D though. It wants me to go this way. What's this way? Oh, right ahead. Get my knife. There we go. That feels super delayed sound-wise. It didn't say when I was midway through this dungeon, and my sound is super delayed, it feels like, but I'll deal with it for tonight. Oh yeah, this is the weapon. Oh, okay. After firing the bullet, reload the pistol by re-equipping it. Okay. Cool. So I got a gun blade. Let's call me Cloud Strife. Alright, let's stop running here to see if there's anything up here. This might just be when the enemy respawn. Yep. So my hands were like doing this finger, like elongated finger warping thing. We're gonna see if that is fixed as we play this. Because it happened very slowly over the course of the game as I grab more and more things. I know the door is that way. Get over here. Okay, looks like I need more bullets. So we're gonna switch to our regular sword. There we go. We're gonna take ourselves not a mana potion. The grabbing is still not solid. It's actually quite annoying. That is stat glitchy. Come on, Lay, let's do this. Where's the guy with the gun? He's right there. Nice jump slash. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me. And oh, over the head. Over the head. Nice. Nice. That's undelayed to me. Yeah, it feels fine now. It didn't when I first loaded in the scene. Maybe it was just super delayed, but it feels fine now. So that's good. Oh shit. Okay, let's try that again. Dude, there we go. Ah! Ah! Next. This is stuff to craft. Yeah, the inventory drives me nuts. Like, the belt doesn't turn with you very well. I don't think it's turning when you do smooth turning, because it, like, snaps. So I don't think they set the inventory belt to rotate to smooth. It just rotates with snap, which is odd. Yes, grabbing is still very finicky. I'm used to grab janking games, so it doesn't bug me. Whoa! Bitch! Alright, let's get this guy. Why are you aiming over? Well, okay, that was weird. You aimed way off mark. Stabbing the dinga. Yeah, so definitely still needs more time to cook. Things like that where he's aiming. He was not aiming at me. He's still not aiming at me, but it just curves towards me. That's weird. That's weird. Die. So I really want to like this game, but it has its... All this is fixable stuff, but definitely probably is in need of another couple of patches. Maybe just one. We'll see. It already does feel more responsive than the first time I played it, believe it or not. Not so much for the grabbing, but for the climbing. The climbing is already way better. Way better. That's the zip line to go back, but I still need the key. Whee! Where's my shield? Oh boy. Okay, let's get the shield. Let's get the sword. Let's go. Huh? Got him. Ooh, you tried to spin move me, lady? I didn't know I could damage her shield. Huh. Wow, her shield's taking damage. I learned something new tonight. Ah! Ooh. We have throwing knives now. Ah, hold on. Okay, that was bad. Let's try again. Ha! Ha! Beautiful. Beautiful. Throwing is one of those things I think will always be janky in VR. There's no real clean way to simulate momentum like that. It's always going to feel a little janky. Did I take any damage? I did, so we'll take that potion. And we'll take that. Why's that wine bottle still in here? Get out of here. Alright, let's climb up here. But yeah, whenever I say I want to play a fantasy game, they're like, oh, like Dark Souls. I'm like, no, not every game needs to be Dark Souls. Witness! Thank you for the Prime, buddy. You only get one Prime. You spend it on me. I appreciate that. Thank you for the Prime subby. Hope you're having a good evening. Let's see what this area brings. Wait, were those guys the only guards here? Am I gonna get jumped from behind? Did you guys hear a sound when Witness subscribed? He's stored on your buff. Drop a key. We'll put it there. Because I didn't hear a sound. I just happened to check chat. Can someone redeem one of the sounders for me, please? Just so I can make sure it's working on that scene. On this scene. Might just been that the Prime sub doesn't have a sound associated with it, but I want to be sure. Constantly testing the stream here. By the way, OBS had an update. You want to pay attention? Yeah. Can someone just play one of the sounders? Potato. There we go. Okay, that works. Thank you, Russ. All right, so need to add something to my to-do list. Someone wants to throw on my to-do list. Estimation.
Potato.
Okay, now don't turn me into a potato. I was asking you to do a sound. Let's actually do a sound, not turn me into a potato. Russ, follow instructions. If someone could go estimation point to do space check Prime sub sounder, I would appreciate it. I'll add to my to-do list for me to check out. Thank you. I thought I had one that catches all Prime subs, the Killer Tofu one, but apparently it's not working for Prime, so I'll have to check that out. I could have ziplined back here, but I didn't. I just walked. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, so this is as far as I got. This one, the hand warping was so bad I couldn't even grab. Whoa. I think this controller's starting to stick drift, which will piss me off. I'm tired of replacing Quest controllers because they stick drift like crazy. Who do you think they are? Nintendo? Alright, I cannot insert this key before and turn it because my hands were so screwed up. So, everything you're about to see is new territory. Stop being so bossy. It wasn't needed. I didn't need this, but we didn't need the Spotify. Oh, hey, it's the Ocean Dudes. Come on. What? Trying to make sure I don't trigger these other guys. Or go ahead and reload on ammo. Okay, so I should be able to use the gun sword now. Perfect. Yeah. Alright, there. Don't know what weapon I just unlocked, but okay, we'll go with it. Where's my shield? There's my shield. Let's go. It's a very generous reticle in this song. Boom! Whoa! 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 You can do magic? And he can heal his guys? I don't like that guy at all. Okay. We've rant. Game's not really hard, but, you know, I'm just that good. Alright. Oh, you look new. You look real new. Wait, you're a friend? You are not a friend.
Spellcaster!
Whoa!
You think you can barge into my lair and disrupt my business? I'll show you what we do to uninvited guests.
No, you're not.
Them some proper manners.
You were dead and you were still talking. Oh! Headshot! Oh! Headshot! Beautiful. Anyone else in here? Anyone else in here? How do I get up there? There's stuffs up there. There's stuffs and things. Let's get over here. Take that ammo. Get over here. We've killed the captain. Which means we're probably done with this mission. Damn it. Why does... Dun 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 dun. Magic unlocked. I got magic now? Let's go. Okay. There's a ghost looking thing over there. So we'll see what that's about after we finish exploring. Okay, nothing to be done there. Cool. Looks like I continue on. I don't see anything else to grab. I can talk to you. And we save. Nice.
Very strange. It seems that the smugglers have been working with the Fiskraders.
Okay.
We must investigate this further. But first, take the rune and go back to your lair.
Okay.
You have unlocked new powers.
Nice. Take what rune? What rune? Do you say something if I do this?
Very strange.
Nope, you don't.
It seems that the smugglers have been working with the Fiskraders. We must investigate this further.
Okay.
But first, take the rune and go back to your lair.
Got it.
You have unlocked new powers.
Got it. It said magic unlocked, so... Can I walk in this water, or am I going to get attacked? We're going to teleport. Enemies out of combat can be taken by surprise, often for an immediate stealth takedown. Nice to know. Check on stream real quick. Everything looks good. Hopefully frame rate is not suffering. Alright. We need to go back to our hub, I guess. Yep, that's the target practice guy. I remember him. That's the other way back into Skull Island. I remember that. There's some Fisk Raiders over there. They probably respawn, but we're not going to fight them. What the? Get over there. There we go. Alright, hub area. We're back in Bryanstall. I think... Nope. Got a book. There we go. Growing in power. Return to the Hunter's Lair to unlock your first spell. Okay. Hunter's Lair, I believe, is in here. Use the bookmarks at the bottom of your grimoire. Yeah, okay. The load scenes are so fast you can't read the tips, which is both a good and a bad thing. It's good that this game doesn't have long load scenes. I need to figure out how to make a load scene. I've not learned that yet because I've not gotten into multi-scene compilations yet. Every prototype I've built goes straight from start menu into main scene, and everything's been so light on resources that it just loads immediately. So I'm gonna have to learn how to do that. I'm sure it's not that hard. Okay. We got plenty of potions. I don't really need English. Hard. Don't really need to do any crafting, but we do have a spell now. So how do I learn a spell? Return to the Hunter's Lair. I'm pretty sure I'm in the Hunter's Lair. Bullets, arrows. Hands still look okay. Maybe they did fix it. That's a shield upgrade, which I could probably...
Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos.
Can I upgrade my shield further? Whoops, let me do that. It adds in 2 minutes, by the way. Okay, looks like that's the furthest I can upgrade this shield then, I guess. Nope, there we go. Okay, so... how many do I need? 3? Look at the recipe. Shield plus 3 of those. Okay, so can't upgrade my shielding further, so I just took away from that. Okay, don't want that. We want sword here. There we go. And a shield here. There we go. Get rid of that. Okay, I'll take my stuff back then. Fine then. Don't take my Upgrades. Fine then. Be stingy like that. Okay, so how do I learn magic? I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to be. But maybe not. Oh, there we go. Over there.
This is the spell tree
Okay.
that allows you to reach your full potential as a hunter of the Mage Order.
Cool.
The rune you acquired in the cave has opened the way of wind and thunder.
Ooh.
Use the spell tree to unlock your first spell.
Thanks. Okay. So I guess it's just this one. Hold 6. Hold B or Y and make a Z. Oh, I like this. Point at a target, use trigger to fire a bolt of lightning. Okay, the effect's a little not fantastic, but I do like this. I might rip that off. Interesting. Did I get the practice dummy or anything? Okay. Confused here. Not exactly sure what I should be doing. Oh! Hello. Squeeze grip, aim and release to summon thunderstorm. Okay, so what's this one then again? When that target, you start to fire a bolt of lightning. Okay, what's this one? Okay, I don't have enough to unlock that one. Or that one yet, but I think, hold on. Hold B or Y equipped. Hold trigger to throw enemies with storm wind. So make a W. Okay. So hold B. Hold B. Let's try again. I guess I have to go in that specific order. Okay, I just don't have that unlocked yet. Alright, that's fine. Sounds like a fart spell. I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, so a Z with grip is... Let me go do this again. Z with grip is Thunderstorm, which is AoE. Z with trigger is a bolt of lightning. Okay, cool. I like it. Alright, anything else?
Spells can be cast by drawing runes in the air to equip them. Draw the rune shown here, and then cast the spell at the target.
Where's the target? Those targets, okay. Oop. Defeat enemies to gain experience points, which you can spend on the spell tree. Okay. Cool. And I'm using mana here. Got it. There. That I like. That I like. Okay.
Good work. Additional spells can be unlocked during your adventures. For now, return to the guard captain and report what you have discovered.
Okay. Gotcha. Add the potion to your inventory or belt. Press trigger to replace your mana. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Mana vial. Okay, there we go. Spirit drink for mana users. Got a new recipe, so now we can make mana potions, which I don't think I have any of. I got one. Welcome back from the ads. Okay, we already upgraded the shield, so I can't do that. Yeah, it's telling me to go back, but we're gonna make some mana potions if I have the stuff to do that. Do I have? How many rocks is that? Once I can make 1 mana potion. Okay. Alright. Put that there. Stir it up. And we got a nice mana potion. Easy enough. Nice, easy, smooth crafting. I'll go maybe 30 more minutes, if that. I do, unfortunately, have to work tomorrow. I can't be on too late. But the main point of this was to test to see if they got most of the issues fixed. And it seems like, I mean, my hands aren't elongating. Everything's looking good. So, back was on the call. Welcome back, Oni. There was something, Oni, I was thinking of you when I saw earlier. I can't remember what it is now. Use wind magic to throw enemies from cliffs and towers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, who do I need to talk to? I think the guard. I think I've done all the... Yeah, guard. I think I've done all the side quests here.
A returning hero. Thanks to you, Stall has now reclaimed Smuggler's Cove.
Your name's Aldrich.
Makes sense in hindsight that the Fiskgratters and smugglers were working together. The Dukes of Drakkenridge needs to hear what we've discovered. Let's head there now, and when we're done, you can check with the local mage order about the rune you found. When you're ready to leave, meet me at the boat.
Aldrich is the name of the lead character in the game I'm making. I did not know his name was Aldrich when I did that, so probably gonna rename him. That's gonna bug me. All right, I've already seen the mage order about my spells, so we're good there. So we just go hang on. Would I recommend this game at this point? Yes, with the caveat that you're not getting the masterpiece. You're getting something that is solid with room to grow. And for the price that they're charging, I want to say this game is... Matter of fact, I can't even vouch for the price of this game. Is it 20 or 25? Someone help me out there. No, if you like fantasy games and knowing I trust the developer to update this game on a regular basis, yes. If you're not into fantasy games, this isn't going to turn you around on it, if that makes sense. But I do like it.
Here's our map of Drakkenridge. Plant the knife in the map to indicate our destination, and steer the ship to take us there.
That's cool. Nice VR interaction. Where are we going? Okay, that was Skull Island. So we're going to Draken Isle, I think you said? Turn the wheel to travel. Nice mechanic for fast travel. Nice mechanic for fast travel. Do not for archery targets in each island. To only... Oh, I can earn XP with the archery targets. I didn't know that. Okay. I can see myself grinding XP in this. Like I said, unfortunately, we're not going to go long, because I do have to work tomorrow. But, Captain, what you got?
Home sweet home. We'll need to get you a pass to meet with Duke's Unam Rain.
Who?
The local prefect, Roland, is an old friend. He can get you access to the Duke's Keep.
Okay.
He's at the garrison not far from here.
Cool.
See the path up that hill? Take it, all the way up to the watchtowers. From there, he'll have a great view of the whole island. The garrison will be a few leagues, straight ahead.
Alright, thanks, Aldrich. You're not going to come with me? Chat, that's a lightning. So do I open this with lightning? Let's see. Nope. I do. Another smart mechanic. With mana potions. Love it. So chests can be locked with elemental magic. There's so many good ideas in this. So many good, interesting ideas. I'll take... Oop. Still don't like the inventory. I believe you're a friend, but I'm going to equip my stuff just in case. Are you a friend? I guess you're a friend. She didn't attack me. No, it wasn't a fart. It wasn't a fart spell. I just threw lightning. I don't have wind yet. I can't tell if that guy's an enemy or not, but he didn't attack me, so I'm just not gonna worry about it. Because I could probably use the XP. It's a steep turn the hill here. Let's explore down here. If there's anything back here worth looking at. Even though he told me to go to the top of the hill, but you know, I'm being nosy. Hey, there's a wolf there I don't want to fight. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll explore later. I'm on limited time. No way to initiate conversation. No, he didn't have a speech bubble next to him. And I can't remember what the armor is. Poke. Okay, I didn't get XP for that, so I might have just killed a friendly. Alright, let's come up the hill here. Yeah, I think I just killed a friendly. Whoops. Might have to reload save here. Hey, your friend back there is just fine. He's just fine. No need to worry. The draw distance. Hi, Croy. Look, okay, he had the weapon. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if he was a friend. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I didn't ruin my relationship with the faction. This guy's a health bar too. Okay, let's go over here because I saw some fruit. Stuff to pick. It's just, you know, I'm not a bad man. Okay, I can't pick all the other stuff because I'm out of slots. Garrison. Okay, well, hi. I'm just gonna rob this chest up here. If you don't mind. By the way, your friend down the hill, he's good. There's nothing wrong with him. Health potion, nice. Am I full? I'm full on these, so put that in another slot. Yeah. Hey, little piggy. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Your friend's good, by the way.
Oni says, this definitely has a vibe like one of the later Ultima games.
Welcome! Captain Irwin was right. I can get you a pass, but it has to be vetted by the keep first.
Cool.
This could take a bit of time. Head over to the inn down in Greenhaven. I'll meet you there once I have your pass. I'll also get someone to move your boat to the harbor, just a stone's throw away from the inn.
All right, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, okay. You should. I can't remember if there's a crouch button on this. I don't think there is. Yeah. I have a thing for redhead, guys. Sorry. I have a weakness for redheads. Okay, where am I going? Greenhaven. Okay.
Oni says, a crotch button?
Crouch. Crouch, you son of a bitch. Ooh. Okay, Russ loves this game now. Why? Because there's a horse. Let's see if I can interact with the horse. I'm going the wrong way, so I'm going to have to double back anyway. So let's see if I can interact with the horse. Nope. Yeah, this definitely visually isn't Croy's speed. The only time I've seen him enjoy a pixel art game like this was Clone Drone, however you say that, in the Hyperdome. Hey, we got a bow. Let's go. I can't talk to you. I can just shoot bows. Okay, how do I just pull back? I just
Oni
pull back.
says, I say nay. Russ needs more than a token horse.
God, I say nay. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. We'll go sword the bow and arrow. I'm cool with that. I think I'm totally going the wrong way though. No, I'm going the right way. Probably just the wrong path. Alright, so got the targeting practice, got that XP. It gives a very generous aiming arc. Whoa. I don't want to fight you guys at all. Hey, I'm here. I'm friendly. I didn't kill one of your friends at all. Everyone just stay cool. Everyone cool? Okay. Let me in. Enemies out of the comic. Yeah, we already saw that. How do we feel about the tips on the loading screens? I'm taking all this every
Oni
game I play
says
now.
it's consistent in itself and is a callback to a specific era of PC RPG.
Agreed.
I think it's lovely.
Me too. I dig it. Hey, Roland, you got here before me. How'd that happen?
Good news! Your pass is approved and you are expected at the keep. Here, let me mark it on your map. Go on, don't make the Dukes wait too long.
Okay, so we're good there. You have a side quest. We got twigs for something. Don't know what that's about.
Hey, one of your good deeds is spread. There may be something you could help me with, too.
Sure, Seamus.
I've been waiting for an important delivery from the dwarves of Madak Vir, a batch of precious metal to craft a magic ring with.
Uh-huh.
I was supposed to be here yesterday. I worry it's lost. If you find the courier on your travels, please send the package my way. Or let me know if something happened.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's a side quest. You don't have a speech bubble. Let's grab all the side quests while we're hearing this in before we move forward. Hey, Eleanor. How you doing?
Listen, there's this cave on the hills a bit before Eaglemore where we used to play when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, nobody dares approach it. You can hear growls at night, and in the morning, corpses of slaughtered cattle often lie at the entrance. Go investigate, and I'll talk with the other townsfolk about finding you a proper reward for your trouble.
I could think of a reward, but okay. How's my health? Mel's full. Let's keep stockpiling the potions. I think this takes me back to my training area. Yeah, it does.
Oni says, and like many good modern retro games, it evokes the era, but without the rough edges our memory tends to either smooth over or exaggerates.
Agreed. Agreed. I am digging this. Like, this is the game I grew up playing, and I know some people grow out of the games they grew up playing. I don't. I've played Metroid games and Zelda games and Mario games and stuff like that my whole
Tran
life.
says, IT Hink, I'm gonna buy this BC. I love the art style and I like this type game.
Yep, same. If I shoot another zombie in VR, it'll be too soon. Like, I appreciate the change up in style and vibe and everything. I appreciate that this game has consistent music. A lot of VR games are like, oh, we'll just put you in total silence until we actually need you to do something. And, you know, stuff like that. What's the ship for? I think it's to go back, but we don't want to do that. I'm also stuck here, so let's teleport back. A floating chest, cool. Okay, very cool. Where am I going? Head to the keep to meet with Dunk's Unknown Rain. Alright, so we're going to Eagle Manor. I could just take the path around, but we're just going to go over the hill. Just, you know, it's a signal of my life. They lack peas and carrots. Alright. Well up there. It's nice to look at in its visual style. Like, yeah. We're going to cut across the path here, see if I can jump through, or if I'm going to have to go all the way around. No enemies so far, so I'm guessing there's probably going to be something crazy when I get to this place, or our next dungeon awaits. Their first fantasy game, Stones of Firelight, was not a long game. If you really rush it, you can finish it about an hour and a half. So it might just be their MO to just not make games that have like super long, elongated quests. But after putting over 300 hours in Asgard's Wrath 2, I kind of appreciate the game being a little bit shorter. Yep, we're in Eagle More now. None of them has speech bubbles. You do, though. Flight Master. Oh, we gotta talk, buddy. Oh, I can't talk to you yet? No! I guess that's a skill I unlock. Oh my god, I want to fly. I want to fly. I just want to fly. Na 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 na. Hey, you know what? If I sold a couple people in this game just by playing it, I've done my job. And I'm proud of that. How are we doing on time? About 10 more minutes, probably not going to start this next quest, but I want to see if I can fly. Let's see what this guy says.
This report is worrisome. Thank you for warning us.
You're welcome.
I've worked hard to keep Drakkenridge a neutral outer sea trading outpost, and an alliance between smugglers and fisk robbers is a real threat. The fact they may also
Tran
be
says,
tinkering with
do you have a
magic
referral
makes
code
this
for
even
this
more
game?
concerning.
I will get you one. Shoot me a D. I will get you one right after the stream is over. Actually, just use code. What's my code? Use code live open at checkout. That's my blanket referral code. It works for every quest game.
This shipment you
Oni
intercepted
says,
must have
it's
come
King
from
Friday.
somewhere.
Is
And I
Lady
doubt
Elaine
Skull
around
Island
too?
was the final destination. I'll have my people track down all the recent shipping activity. While they do that, go see what Grand Maid Fozia can tell you about that rune you found. There's a signet that will get you access to the Mage Order Tower. Report back to me with what he tells you.
Okay, cool. Thanks. What's this? Get rid of the book. I don't know what that yellow thing is, but okay. Mage Order Tower, huh? Okay. Speak with Grand Mage Vizier at the Mage Order Tower, which is over there. Okay, not far. Not far at all. Alright. We'll go speak. Get to one we can actually access the next dungeon, and then we'll call it there. So we only got a few minutes left. Yeah, but live open and checkout should get you at, I think it's up to 15% now. I think they're running 15% from Meta Connect this month. And that doesn't work, let me know. I'll get you an actual referral, because I think we're already friends on Quest. Ooh, wrong way. Can I lead the township? Or do I have to walk out and around? Okay. No worries. I don't see anyone with a speech bubble, so I don't have any side
Tran
quests
says,
to do.
it gave me $2 off.
How much is the game? Is the game 20? If so, that's... Ah, damn. That means my 15%'s over. Yeah, I thought it was gonna last... I thought they told us it was in September, but okay. We're going...
Tran says, that's good enough, thanks buddy.
Alright. Hope you enjoyed the game, man. There's another patch that's coming this coming Monday.
Oni says, do you not have a general referral code?
I have a referral code, but referral codes are limited to 3 uses per person, and you have to be friends with the person on Meta to be able to use them. So what they're doing with MetaQuest affiliates now is they're giving us all a blanket referral code that works for every single game. So that's what we have right now. So live open, if you use that, it will work on every single game. The referral codes have been nerfed now, so now they're not a blanket 25% anymore. They're like, I think it's 10% for games that are $20, 15% over between 20 and 30. Yeah, it's all changed now. Here's Northern Village. Not where I was supposed to go, but there is a side quest here.
Tran says, those referral codes were off.
Yeah.
Oni says, okay, that's what I meant to ask about.
Yeah,
Didn't
but
know what percentage it is.
they nerfed that program because the blanket 25% off was making it really hard for a lot of developers to actually market their games. Because think about it. If you're giving like a 10% pre-order discount along with cosmetics, people are weighing between 10% plus cosmetics or 15% off if they just waited till the game came out and used a referral code. It made it really hard to generate stuff like wish lists and pre-orders and things like that because you could just wait and get 25% off. So it was nuts. So they had to nerf it. It was a necessary tool. I don't think it contributed to the downfall in sales like a lot of developers have said. Because what developers were doing was they were actually pricing their games assuming that everyone was going to use a referral to buy them on Quest.
Oni says, and then there was abuse of it.
There was a rampant abuse of it. Like people were just posting like fake reviews 10 seconds after the game came out. Say, hey, this game's awesome. Use my referral code here. Blah, 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 blah. And then it was just a mess. It was a big old mess. So it was a necessary nerf. But their response to that was to expand the referral system or the affiliate system. So they added like 100 new Quest affiliates. Not necessarily in the Quest Creator Program. That's still a lower count number. But I think there's like 300 Quest affiliates now. And 10% off is a much more palatable discount than a blanket 25%. That was insane. Oh, okay. You guys are enemies. So green shirts are enemies. Oh, in the back of the neck. Wow, you just ran into my sword. Will you do it again? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. We established that the game failed the wiggle test last stream, so I wasn't expecting that to be improved. It's still disappointing though. Oh shit! What the hell? I did not want to kill the Poochies. Leave me alone. I don't want to hurt you. No. I didn't want to have to kill him. Okay, clearly I was going the wrong way if I got attacked. So let's go up this way. Can I cut up a shortcut this way? Or do I have to take that path and that's why I got attacked? Let's see. Yeah, there's another wolf over there.
Oni says, Poochie has pink ears and tail.
He's gonna get stabbed in his face if he comes at me again. Yeah, I think I just cheesed that by taking a green. Alright, there we go. Hello, Grand Mage Vizier, with your green eyes.
Dukes sent you, so I'm listening. But, young apprentice, you waste my time. Fisk-rathers in league with smugglers? Nothing calamitous about that. Just watch the harbors more closely. As for the rune, let me have a look at it.
Bruh.
Very old, yes, but very minor. I even had trouble recognizing it. Its knowledge is so deeply buried in the past, no petty thieves would know what to do with it.
Okay.
They clearly looted it from a temple somewhere, only intending to make a small profit from it. Your efforts are not wasted, though. It will be safely archived with us. Now go back to the Dukes, since he seems to have some use for you.
Okay, asshole. Thanks. Hey, are you a jerk too?
Oni says, someone needs some Viazine.
Yeah, it gets the red out. Okay, so I can only open that with fire. So we're going to have to come back here when I find fire and open that chest. Anything back here? Oh, yes, there is. We've got a mace. We have a mace. Alright, we're coming up on the end. So I'm just going to make sure it saves when I open this door. It should have saved when that conversation ended. No, quest save. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, yeah. It's improved. Still got some grab jank is gonna be a thing. Like it's in most games that I play, honestly. So I'm not really surprised by that. And their last game had grab jank. Oh wait, there's an
Oni
eagle.
says the tips are very Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I can definitely see the Skyrim inspirations in this for sure. Can I please fly? Can I? No, I can't. I need you to have a star in speech bubble. I want to fly. I want to soar like an eagle. Because you are the wind beneath my wings. Alright. We're going to call it here. Or Drakkenridge. It is continuing to improve. And I am looking forward to digging into more of this. Woo! That was crackly. Alright, back in a minute. To wrap it up. Get it kind of close to the red, but not really. So when I have to pull, I'm still in good shape. Yeah, really well done mechanics. Got him. Another crushing carp. Okay, Jesus. That's all I'm catching. Alright, so yeah, you get the gist of the game.
5. Preparing rye bread for plate 4. Lettuce for plate 4.
Ugh.
Out of this moves.
Okay, I know you're out of the moves. It's okay. You're out of here.
Large activated. Preparing lettuce. 2. I'm preparing onion.
2's gone. Wings of the Kite in Sky, not the Sky, in Sky, is an immersive VR game based on Korea's traditional kite Bangpayeon. I'm sorry, I know I butchered that.
Cable so I can continue.
Reattaching that cable would be a very illogical thing to do.
There we go. Oh, you were looking for me. Man, when they get all up on you like that, it is terrifying. Battlemark is a DM-less, a Dungeon Master-less system that focuses on social strategy rather than social roleplay, encouraging group table talk focused on tactics and decision making. With cross-platform support for up to 4 players cooperatively. Rolling clip it. Battlemark will feature 2 story-based campaigns at launch with additional campaigns. Wrap it up here. I don't think I'm gonna raid tonight because I really need to bounce pretty quick. So I'm still in my library. I'm not sure if I can install it. I have to wait for the next version still. You talking about the new home environment stuff? Only no, I did not see how to do that yet. Let's push my audio back before I forget for the next stream. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't really messed with it, honestly. I don't. There was of course, you know, there were YouTubers who were overhyping it, you know, the BMFs of the world. This is another game changer, but I spend maybe a minute in the home environment before I'm just hopping into a game. So, didn't really play around with it too much. Hamburger button on the left controller while in the home environment. Okay, good to know. I'll play around with it down the line. Alright, thanks everybody for hanging out. Next week, or I'm sorry, on Thursday we're playing Titan Isles. We're probably gonna play some more Drakkenridge for sure. We're gonna see how Titan Isles goes. If Titan Isles goes well, we'll do Drakkenridge and Titan Isles so we finish them both. If Titan Isles does not go well, then it'll be Drakkenridge and another game. October's coming up, so most likely that would be the Return to Grimlord. Like I said, the portal's my favorite games. That'd be lovely. That would be pretty nice to be able to just like walk directly to a portal and hop into Drakkenridge or Tetris Effect or DMEO or whatever I want to play. That'd be pretty cool. That would be very cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna raid out tonight. I'm just gonna go ahead and end it. So I appreciate everybody. I will see you all soon. Yes, Walkabout Night soon. It'll probably be another week or 2. I'm trying to hold out to see when the next course is gonna come out. If not, I never played 8-Bit Lair. I know Oni and I were gonna do that, but that was right before the Elvis one came out. And we never got to 8-Bit Lair, and I haven't had a chance to check that one out. So I definitely want to do that if there's not a new course by the time we get to Walkabout. So that's that. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you all on Thursday. Did I play Crystal Course? Yeah, I didn't like it. I did not like Crystal Lair at all. I played it on the guest pass with someone. Just didn't do it for me. So, all right, bye. See ya. Bye.